Milwaukee just introduced a new refrigerant recovery machine, and I think in the past I think you could see it in the video, they released their vacuum pump, and now they're expanding the air conditioner refrigeration tools with this new M18 brushless. I wish it was fuel, but that's a start. So hopefully down the future they may have an M12. So I think that's a really good addition. Now, this is not my favorite. This is the M18 inch, half-inch, inch and a half steel cutter. And to me, I don't know, this is my opinion. You could say what you think. I believe this is a waste of tool because you basically could use a grinder, a sawzall, so many tools you could use to cut pipe. Now, somebody could correct me and say, hey, something like this is really needed. But for the most part, this is doing exactly what I believe some other tool could do. Milwaukee need to focus on inventing something else. This is not a good tool. Somebody might disagree with me. They might say, hey, this might have some use in the application. For me, it's a bit too bulky. And somehow I don't believe it has the ability to fit in tight spaces that they're advertising. I believe this tool is a bit too big. Maybe down the road with more experience and more experimentation, it might produce something a little more smaller and could fit in a little more tighter spaces. But until then, I believe somebody could use a multi-tool, a grinder, so many tools, a pipe cutter. So I don't know. I just think this was a waste of tool. But that's just my thoughts. You could probably say otherwise. You could probably tell me under what situation you, as a tradesperson, might need this new tool from Milwaukee. Probably you need something that gives you more control, and maybe that tool will work. Now this tool, this dropped I think in Pipeline 24, and this is the 75 feet camera with Packout compatibility, and I can say it now, I had the privilege of actually using this tool, and it's an excellent tool. And the good thing about it is it could actually work in pipe from inch and a half to I think 4 inches, and the camera is very clear. The screen works really good outdoors. At times it was extremely bright and it worked good. There's a beautiful screen. The only issue I have with it though, I would say no, is that it doesn't have Bluetooth capability. And I think in this day and age, tools should be able to sync to the internet or have Bluetooth capability to share the recordings that you collect. This whole inserting a USB card, I think that's very primitive. And yes, it has replaceable parts. It works really great. It's very compact. It's one of the most compact cameras I've ever used before, and I really like it. But I think they need to improve in that area. Now, I'm really excited about this, which is a new high-speed chain snake. It's inch and a quarter to 2 inch, and I really love the look of it. I think this tool is a game changer in the sense that it runs on M12, and it seems that it's going to change how you actually clean drains in the sense of something not too big, and it works in conjunction with your camera. I am excited about this, to be honest with you. I wish Milwaukee would send me this to test, because I'll test the hell out of this. But I don't have a price yet, and that's why in the video you wouldn't see me putting any prices, because in most cases these tools are still in development. I'm sure a lot of individuals have been sent these tools, tradesperson, to test it to see how well it performs. But I like the form factor. The only issue I have with it is this little clear case where you store the extra chains. I think that case shouldn't have been a clear top, because those tend to yellow. It should have been a nice solid black top cover so that you won't see what's inside. Obviously, if you own this tool, you know it's chains. So I didn't think that was necessary, and I just don't like that clear top design. You could have made that area a little cleaner and actually made that little clear top darker or something else. But other than that, it looks like a good tool. Alright, so up next is a couple tools that, to be quite honest with you, I'm really excited about, and this was also introduced during Pipeline 2024, and that's the M18 fuel transfer pump. And what I like about this is the filtration system, because if you're in the trades, let's say you dig the trench and rain fall, let me fall, I'm also like a Jamaican, and rain fell, you have to clear the trench. You don't have to worry about the pump being blocked or clogged with debris. Is a really, really nice system they have. And also we have some threaded adapter for 3/4, and it also has a 17 feet head. Well, I won't explain what the head is, obviously that's a little more complicated. And then they improved the M18 brushless subcontact 1/4 inch hex impact driver. It took them at the time before they did so. It's actually small at 4.3, and it looks compact, and I think it still has an increased power. To be quite honest with you, I will stick to the M12 fuel. I have no issue with that. I think it's really comfortable. I think it's a good introductory tool for a tradesperson who's now entering into the fields or apprentice, or even a homeowner. Milwaukee seems to be advertising as for professionals. And then they have the new impact driver. Well, the other one was the drill driver, so I said the wrong thing. Forgive me. This is the impact driver, and it's actually smaller than its predecessors, and it's more powerful. I think it's 4.3 inches in length. No, this is still the driver. Yeah, I'm not going to edit none of this, right? Now we're going to talk about the drill. Now, the drill driver is actually smaller. Now this is the subcompact brushless 3/8 drill driver. Now, same thing for me. I don't see the sense in buying this, but if you are new to the trades and you need to invest in tools and different types, but if you're a facility technician, you're a HVAC guy, and looking, I think it's a good tool in cabinetry. But for me, it's a bit too small, and it's not as powerful as the fuel version. I would really buy this to review or even buy it for my personal use. But every day, teach his own. So if you enjoyed this video, you thought it was entertaining, it was informative, please consider subscribing to Go To Reviews, where we have more videos coming up. We have some tools from Milwaukee, and I think we have a brush cutter. We also have some other tools coming up. So see you on the next video.